Certainly they'll want some of that. They don't want to fall in that 0-2 hole. As we bring in Stephen A. Smith, who's joining us now live from OKC. And SA, how do you expect Ant-Man and the Timberwolves to respond in Game 2 tonight?
Well, I think there's a level of urgency that they'll have, and they'll need to have it, because it's one thing to lose Game 1 on the road. It's another thing to get beat down for the last 27 minutes of the game. From 3 minutes left in the first half to the second half, they got annihilated. It's just that simple. They were turning the ball over, made it a game, allowed OKC to come back and trim it to a 4-point deficit in the first half. And then at one point in the second half, they got outscored 70-40. Ant-Man looked relatively pedestrian. Julius Randle, who was lights out in the first half, only attempted one shot in the third quarter. Ant-Man did nothing in the fourth quarter. And the Oklahoma City Thunder defensively looked like a bunch of piranhas coming at them. They had hands everywhere, their foot movement, everything. They were just all up in them. And Minnesota seemed ill-equipped to do anything about it. That cannot be the case tonight, because if it is, they fall 0-2. And you are not beating Oklahoma City 4 times with 5 games remaining potentially in the series. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder not new to these really significant swings, too. It's the 4th time they've outscored a team by 30-plus points in a half this postseason. And I'm wondering, SA, what stands out to you about why SGA and OKC are so dominant at times in these games?
Well, they start with defense, collective defense. Everybody on the floor defends. They don't take plays off. Their tenacity does not waver. They continue to come at you time after time after time again. They'll throw 9, 10, 11 bodies at you if they have to. They believe in playing the long game, that it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So no matter what you do earlier, they're completely unfazed, because as long as they remain within striking distance, they know at some point in time or another they're going to be able to figure you out defensively. They're going to amp up the pressure. They're going to rattle you. And obviously when you have a league MVP like SGA to lean on as your closer, you're fairly confident that eventually you'll be able to do what it takes offensively to close the deal. That's where they are.
All right. That, of course, is Game 2 coming up, and we're going to see Stephen A. on NBA Countdown. I'm the bearer of bad news. I've got to ask you, because there have been many words to describe what we witnessed yesterday with your Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Some colorful verbs, choke, collapse, meltdown. How would you describe what you saw last night from the Knicks?
It's a choke job. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I was just finished arguing in the back room with former Nick Amon Shumpert. It was a choke job. When you have a 17-point lead with under 5 minutes left, when you have a 14-point lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, when you have a 9-point lead with just 52 seconds left, and you blow that game, there is no excuse for that. Now, Shumpert tried to throw at me, Neesmith went berserk, and he hit 6 threes in the fourth quarter, including 3 in the last minute. Last time I checked, when the other team scores, you still get the ball back. How does that explain missed free throws? How does that explain turnovers? That's what we're looking at when we're talking about the New York Knicks losing in Game 1 to the Indiana Pacers last night at Madison Square Garden. No team that has no team that has led by 14 or more with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in a regulation game has ever lost in NBA history until last night.
Yeah.
So here we are again, as I'm sitting here on SportsCenter talking to y'all, and once again, somebody else made news at Madison Square Garden other than the New York Knicks, doing it directly at their expense. Will they answer the call? Will they resurrect themselves? Will they make amends for that atrocious ending last night? I don't know. I just know they better. Because like I said about OKC and Minnesota, you're the New York Knicks. You do not want to fall down to the Indiana Pacers 0-2, having to win 4 games with a potential 5 games left in the series. You're not going to pull that off in all likelihood. Indiana is well-oiled. They can score on anybody. They're exceptionally Hall of Famed coach. And the New York Knicks are going to have to find a way to overcome that and make amends for the embarrassing, historic ending to the debacle that took place last night.
Yeah,
Plain and simple.
Yeah, you mentioned the history, and I know Tyrese was channeling his Reggie Miller with the choke, but a reminder to the people at home that the choke game was also a Game 1, and another reminder that the Knicks won the next one by 19 points. So Just saying.
Are you a native New Yorker?
No.
Are you a native New Yorker? I mean, have you been in New York suffering for decades? Was that you? Was that you? I don't understand. Because, see, all of you non-New Yorkers, y'all all come along. It's just one game. We're going to be just fine. It's all right. That's what non-New Yorkers do. People who haven't been New York Knicks fans, who haven't suffered for over 50 years. It's real easy to say that. I'm not buying it.
Okay,
they better win game
sir,
2. They better win game 2.
Sir, I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Nobody has suffered more ever in sports than people from Atlanta. So you can take that 28-3 and hold it because at least you have another shot. You still have a shot.
That doesn't count. They migrate. There's a whole bunch of people from all over the country that migrate to Atlanta because it's a wonderful city. Atlanta is a wonderful city. It's a great, great time. It's the ATL. So when it comes to sports, y'all know suffer enough because people are usually from other areas rooting for somebody other than Atlanta. There's a difference between that and a mecca that is Madison Square Garden. Elle Duncan, respectfully, you know I love you.
I respect you. Yes, there's a difference. I'm just saying, we understand suffering. We are in this suffering circle together.
She's a Georgia fan,
all right,
so come on.
Stephen
she knows
you got Georgia.
Won.
You got Georgia football.
Yes.
You got Georgia football. You'll be all right.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here,